Hey guys, welcome back. TheDapperJester here, and always my faithful companion, Bun Bun. And today, we're not gonna go find any little midgets. Oh, that was rude of me. We're not gonna find any dwarves and or little people. Yes, that's exactly what we're not gonna do today. We are actually gonna go play with some toys. Should we bring a little kid along to play with toys? No, we shouldn't. Now, if you remember last episode, I was using the Juggernaut, the flails. And we'll actually set them up so I can actually use them this time. There we go. Now let's see if Trent has made us any stuff yet. Wait, did I give him anything? No, we didn't have anything, that's right. Sorry Trent, maybe next time. Hey, Mrs. Sproutling. Indeed. Alright, now today we are actually going to do... I'm going to fit two quests, because neither of them are really that long. First one, we get to use one of my favorite... Put it right here. One of my favorite levels. Not because it's easy, not because it's fun, but just because it's really interesting. You know, just from looking at the image, can you guess what it is? Any hints? It's a toy junkyard. I kind of like how when you hover over it, the little arms of the toys move up and down. I think that's like a cool little effect they add. And feast your eyes on the junkyard. Now this little dude is talking, so let's give him the honor that he deserves. Now, he's trying to give you a hint that not everything in this junkyard is dead. Or not moving anymore. So, we'll see more of that a little bit later. He's not talking to us. Artifactor. Creator of artifacts. Actually looked it up. Wasn't exactly sure. Thought it was some mystic thing. But that's all it is. One who creates artifacts. And we've begun the quest of the Infernal Doll. Alright, now that his little speech is over, we can check out more of this junkyard. If you notice, they have a thing with pumpkins. Now, if you talk to this guy, he'll give you the order that you have to follow. Make sure to write it down or do something with it, because you will get lost in here. That's actually a thing. You will get lost. It will turn you around and send you back to the beginning. So make sure you get this. Jack in the Box, teddy bear, doll, Jack in the Box, rocking horse. And you can't go wrong if you do that. Now, I'm considering here keeping tabs of how many freaking pumpkins we see in this junkyard. Because there's a lot. Now, one of the nifty things, if you remember, that guy said they're not dead. Or those with hearts wanting will live on. Or something of the sort. So if you talk to the dolls, the teddy bears, the rocking horses that you find in your travels. By the way, you can't get to that chest. I try my hardest. If you talk to them, they'll tell you their stories. These are not kids' dolls. These are war veterans. These things have seen death, the pain, winning, losing, and then winning again. All we do is fight. And we can get this treasure chest. Alright, let's see here. I'm getting sleepy. I wonder what I'll be the next time I wake. That's slightly creepy. And our first battle in here. We have an imp and lizards. The lizards are really the only thing in this area that'll give you trouble. The imps don't really do much. And this is one of the reasons I don't like flails. Is they don't stop attacking. So this will probably be the last time you guys see flails. Enjoy it while you can. There we go. And we got some... Well, we got one blank eye. I'd be happier dying on the battlefield. These guys need like a hug. Now the little Jack-in-the-Box right up here, he actually is a teleporter. Kind of like the Boink, but a little bit different. he'll basically tell you he's a coward and give you stay here or back off. If you stay there, it won't do anything. If you back off, he'll actually send you back to the very beginning of the level. And there you go, he sends you all the way back to the beginning of the level. Now we have to run all the way back. I'm not going to make you sit through that, so I will see you when I arrive. And through the power of magic, we're right back where we started. So don't talk to him unless you want to go back to the beginning. Now, while I was on my mystical journey, I did learn a new skill for the flails. Yeah, let me show it to you real quick. It's Phoenix Wings. It hits all nearby foes, which I always do enjoy. Well, now for that fun, let's go up north. And welcome to the Pathway of Garbage. Now, you can't get this way. It's blocked off by a log. While there's a log in the junkyard, I don't know, but that's a thing. And we can't get to that treasure chest either. All these treasure chests. Pokeal. You remember we met a Pokeal already. He was a wisdom. Apparently not always a pacifist wisdom though. And here's another one of the new monsters. Don't really know what he is. He's like a sludge. Not too difficult though. Beat him up a few times with the flail and you're good to go. While Bun Bun sits there doing absolutely nothing. But yet he gets all the credit. Now here's a boss battle of sorts. It's almost like a mini battle, if you will. But I'm going to equip my strongest weapon just in case. Throw on some skills. Let's do Cyclone Racer, Lancer, Mighty Javelin, and always Dragon's Bite. You always have Dragon's Bite. Whoever this guy is, he is not happy. So now we've got to deal with two Pinocchio looking things, a chess piece, and a mimic. Yes, that's pretty much what it is. It's a mimic. Now, like I said, this battle is not very difficult. Most times the horses don't give out a lot of experience. They're more money givers. This mimic actually does something pretty cool. See, a little kitten pops out of it when it uses a certain spell. You'll find most of the toys don't give out experience. It's more money they give out. And welcome to Louie. Louie is a toy as well, just like the others, but he's more of the caretaker, is how you would describe it. But he also has the same type of sorrow as the other toys do. And that was the Infernal Doll. We didn't really kill it. We just killed its minions, if you will. The toys it took over. And we got the Tome of Magic. So let's go ahead and head back home. We have to always tell Little Cactus about our adventures. It's a good routine to get. Especially if you're going for 100% quest completion. It'd be really awkward not to get all of them in one shot. So let's head on inside and run upstairs real quick. Of course, it helps if you don't run into your, silverware and stuff, but hey. Junkie. That is one extremely pedestrian way to describe our adventures. Harrowing is one way I would describe it as well. But, I mean, it's a little cactus. You can't expect it to have a good vocabulary. Alright, let's go on. Now, we are going to go back to somewhere we haven't been in a while. Can anybody raise their hand and guess? It's Domina. We haven't been back to Domina in a long time. For a while, that's all we saw. But we're actually going to do the quest that I typically did first. Pretty much every playthrough until this playthrough, I would always come to this quest first. I don't know why. But it's actually not a continuation, but a part of a story we've already begun with, Reuben. And I'm sure you all remember how Mr. Reuben went, me standing on his face as he was dying. Not the classiest way to go out. But I digress. Let's go ahead and start the quest. There's two ways to do this. You can either side with Mr. E, or you can side with Petrified Fairy Girl. If you side with Petrified Fairy Girl, Mr. E will storm out like, you know, he's tough shit. But when you're about to leave Domina, he'll be like, "Oh, can you help me out, man?" Yeah, so don't worry about saying anything wrong here. But I always just side with him. I mean, why not? Be a nice guy. He's a dick, you're nice, it evens out. And she'll give you the jade egg, or she'll give him the jade egg. And he'll smell Pearl on it. We'll meet Pearl in a little while, but aside from ever meeting her, it's creepy that he smelled her. Just saying. Maybe it's just me. I don't have really strong smell. So the fact that somebody's smelling somebody on a jade egg is kind of creepy. And we're going actually to a new place again. This time it's with the jade egg. And the very first place I ever saw in this game. So, yeah. But actually this run through it'll be a little bit different for me because the enemies will be a lot stronger. Now, let's head on into Meek Hive Caverns. You know, come to think of it, I'm probably butchering all these names, but you know what? I'm thinking I don't care. And welcome to the Lost Princess. We're gonna rescue us a princess, guys. Yes, he can both smell her and sense her. Dude gets creepier and creepier as it goes on. I digress, though. Hey, son, you dude. My name is not Chumpy, sir. Yeah, I don't care what you have to teach me about battle. You called me freaking Chumpy. You sit in this body, it's ripped. Now, we're going to actually use the Elder Bow. I'm going to show you that off. Its damage is horrible, so unfortunately the first battle will probably be just horrendously annoying. But if you see, there's two boink tails, meaning there's two boinks somewhere in this level. And of course there's no monsters here. That means there's two places in this level that you can actually teleport back to the beginning from. Now I believe in... there we go, we get heart mushrooms and a bat. Now the nice thing about the bow is that it is long distance. And actually up close, your strong attack, you basically whop them with your bow. One of the reasons I'm not a big fan of this, well, not the specific bow, but bows in general, is because if you're trying to get the XP and making sure your companions don't, having a bow and being long distances away from your enemy kind of negates that. There we go. As you saw, I kind of jumped and whacked him. But being long distances away from your enemy means you have to run up there real quick, which gets kind of tedious after a while. And actually I leveled up, and unfortunately Bun Bun is... well, no, he's fine. So let's go ahead and switch back to the Juggernaut for right now. Alright, let's head on... not to the left, because that's not the right way. Now this fight around, we have two Bloodsucker Bats and a Podo. If you can't tell which one the Podo is, I might have to send you to an optometrist. But we can actually get the Podo as a pet later on, and it's actually in the Oddity family, which, looking at, it's not that surprising actually. So let's grab our candy and head on to the right. From this room, we're actually going to the bottom left. And here we go. We're some pincher crabs. And the technical name for these guys is not heart mushrooms, they're mushbooms. You'll find, if you haven't noticed already with the fruit names, Legend of Mana has a love affair with puns. But I'm alright with that, because I like most of their puns. Hey, he just killed Bun Bun. I am not happy with that. If I could hit them, I would definitely show them what's what. And actually, a cool little effect is every time you hit them, it kind of looks like fire. And Bun Bun's okay again. So we're heading down left again. We're going further into the caverns. And actually, next room over is the boss monster. Now, a nice little thing is they don't throw you straight into the boss battle. They give you some time to get your weapons and stuff into order, which we're going to take full advantage of by equipping the Jacob Spear and setting up our skills. Really just Dragon's Bite. Who needs anything else? Now, the cool thing about this boss that's coming up, it's like Duinike. D-U-I-N-K-E, I believe is how you spell it. How you pronounce it, I got no idea. But this skin will actually be reused a bunch more times. So this is the first and last time we'll ever see this quote-unquote specific character, but we'll definitely see his form over and over again. Now that's one of his specials. If you're in front of him when he uses it, you'll turn into an ice cube for a certain amount of time. That's another one. He hits hard with his skull hammer. Now another one to watch out for is he knocks down stalagmites, whichever ones are from the ceiling. He'll drop them down on you and they hurt. Easiest way to do that is get behind him. If you're behind him, you won't get hurt. And here's a perfect example. So, as long as you know what he's about to hit, it's pretty easy to dodge. And he's dead, so wasn't that big of a deal. Definitely helped that I had the Jacob Spear. And if you noticed with Mr. E's health, his health is already far beyond ours. Which really has no bearing on anything, but I thought I'd make an obvious point. And say hello to Pearl. If it wasn't obvious, she's got pearls bedecking her whole body. It's subtle, they're not really. Yeah, she's not the smartest of characters in this game, so... And he's pretty much a chauvinist pig. But this will not be the last time we actually see these two, and not always in the exact same kind of relationship. I won't reveal any more than that, but it gets interesting. It doesn't really matter who you side with. Either way, he's a dick and tells her to hurry her ass along. I can understand, though. She's kind of ditzy and needs someone to actually tell her where to go, or she'll end up in Mekive Cavern again with a giant monkey thing. Now you just get being a dick, dude. Oh, you know my name, even though I've never met you before. And we got the stone eye. And that was the end of The Lost Princess. Now I need to stop saying these single sentences. Did I just do it again? I did. Whatever. Let's go ahead and not go to Domina. And instead head home. You should have listened to me in the first place, man. Now, we've actually met a few new people, so let's go ahead and check them out. Go into our library, and it's always good to read at the end of an adventure. I would love a room like this in my house. Let's go ahead to characters, and let's read up on Pearl. As you know, he's Pearl's knight. So maybe she's not stupid. She's shy. I can kind of give that to him. Alright, let's head on up and talk to Mr. Cactus about our adventure. And we ignore Bud and Lisa as always. Hey, Mr. Cactus? What the? Bun Bun, did you... Oh, Bun Bun, it was a joke. You weren't supposed to eat the cactus. Let's see what he wrote about our Infernal Doll quest. Let's hear it. Junk at the junkyard really wasn't junk. They're war artifacts. But yeah. Well, Mr. Cactus isn't here right now. He'll be back by the next episode, I promise you. But after you complete a certain amount of quests, he disappears. Don't worry, he'll be back before we have to actually turn in any more quests. But from me and the ever adorable Bun Bun, we wish you safe travels.